Okay, greetings comrades. We've got some questions on the board, which is under trigonometry, and it says finding the missing sides and angles. Finding the missing sides and angles. So, as I said earlier or last time when we met, I said when you're dealing with trigonometry, you need to know the ratios. Right? When you're dealing with trigonometry, you need to know the what? The ratios. And how do you come up with these ratios? I gave you a simple way, or I showed you the simple way on how you can come up with these ratios. So the term that we use is what? SOHCAHTOA. So I'm going to write it here again. Okay, so that this term SOHCAHTOA is going to help you draft the what? The three ratios. Okay, so S stands for sine, cosine, T, and then tan. So now, according to the question saying find the length of side Y. Find the what? The length of side Y in each of the following triangles. So I've got two triangles here, triangle A and also B. So triangle A has got there is 52.3 as an angle, and then I've got a what? A right angle triangle, right angle there, which is 90. And then this side is what? Y. And then this side is 15. So now, looking at this question or looking at this triangle, the side that has been asked to find or to be calculated is what? Y here. So now, how do we find this Y? We are going to use one of these three ratios. So now, what will determine us to pick a ratio from here? What will determine us to pick a ratio from there? It is the sides that are what? That are given. Are we together? Yes. The sides that are given. For instance, we've got the sides. So the first thing that you do before you really start answering is knowing the what? The sides that we have. So looking at the right angle triangle that we have, this angle is a 90 degrees angle. So where it is facing, where this angle is facing, it is our what? Our hypotenuse sign. Okay, so and then we have got an acute angle which is less than 90. And where this 90 is facing, it is our what? Opposite. And then the remaining side is our what? Adjacent. So now, when you want to pick a ratio there, the ratio to use, you look at the sides that are given. In this case, we are finding our side which is what? Our opposite. So in the ratio that you are going to pick, they should be opposite. Are we together? Yes. So in this case, when we look at the ratios, we've got this one and that one. There is the opposite there. Again, we're going with adjacent. Do we have the side for adjacent? No. So automatically adjacent has been excluded. So we go with the hypotenuse. So where there is the opposite and hypotenuse, it's the one that we're going to use. Sine. So it is what? Sine. It is sine. So we're going to go for sine. Okay, so we'll say sine what? Sine theta given by what? Sine is what? Opposite over hypotenuse. Like that. Are we together? Yes. Okay. Opposite over hypotenuse. So after that, we substitute in the what? In the equation of the ratio there. So sine theta, where is theta? Theta stands for what? An angle. So in this case, the angle we have is what? So to be sine, it is what? 52.3 equals to what? Do we have the opposite? Yes. Opposite is what? Y. Opposite is what we are looking for. So y over hypotenuse? 15. Very good. So we put the 15 there. So what next? So it means to say if this one is a fraction, even this side should be a what? A fraction. So we divide both sides by what? 1. By 1. And then if there is an equal sign there, it means to say it will multiply, and when we're multiplying this, they will go what? Diagonal. Okay, so this numerator will go with the denominator. So how do we write that? So it will be 15 multiplied by what? Sine. Okay, 15 sine what? 52.3 equal to what? Y. So this one has multiplied the y, which is just y, and then this one multiplied by 15, which is that. So this is paper 2, okay? This question comes in paper 2. So you are allowed to use a calculator. You are allowed to use a what? the calculator. So you can punch on your calculator 15 multiplied by sine 52.3. What are you going to have? 11.86. I came with the calculator.
Yes.
And it is giving 11. 11.86.
11.85.
Okay, so we are saying sine 50. Okay. So I've multiplied this 15 with this sign. And then with that. Okay, so you are saying it's giving what?
11.85.
So 11.85 centimeters. What are the units? Oh, we don't have the units. Equals to what? Y. So therefore, our y is noise there. Okay. Our y would be what? 11 what? 0.9. Because this is more, this is 5, right? So you need round off, which is 11.9. So we don't have units here, so we end it just like that. Okay, we end it there. Hope it is clear. Okay, let's go to the second triangle. The second triangle. The second triangle is also, has got also what? The acute triangle there, the side, and then the y. And then this one is a 90 degrees. So now, let's also look at the ratio that we're going to use. Which ratio are we going to use there? Anyone to tell us the ratio we're going to use?
Cos.
Okay, which ratio are we going to use? Cos. Okay, you're saying cos. Yes. Why? Let's first identify the sides. Which side do we have? This one is hypotenuse, eh?
Oh. No.
And then this one?
Opposite.
Opposite, eh? And then this one adjacent. So now,
cos.
our interest is finding this side, eh? So now, this is our opposite, and then we've got the hypotenuse. So they should be opposite and hypotenuse. Which side? Eh? Sine, eh? So we're going to use sine. So this was A, and then our B. And what? Sine again. So it will be sine theta equals to opposite over what? Hypotenuse. Okay. So now, we substitute sine. What is our theta?
47.
47 degrees. 47 degrees. What is our opposite? Opposite the y we're looking for. Y. Okay, y over. Okay, and then what is our hypotenuse? 13 point what? 13.8. We do the same one. This one will be over 1. Okay, we multiply diagonal. So it will be 1 multiplied by y, it will be y equals to what? 13.8 sine 47 degrees. Let's punch on the calculator. What are we going to have?
10.1.
13.8 multiplied by sine 47.
10.1.
10.1? That's what you're having?
Yes.
Okay. So, we also punch 13.7 or 0.8 sine
Hypotenuse. Opposite.
47.
Positive.
Okay, 10.19. So y will be 10.8. It is giving 0.92. So when you round off, it will be 10.1. So that is our y. That is our y. So that's how you find the what? The missing side. So I'll keep on emphasizing, or I'll repeat or emphasize again. When you're picking the ratio, we don't just pick anyhow. You pick according to the sides that are given. You don't pick anyhow. You pick according to the sides that are given. So it's very important before you even start answering, you know the sides that are given. That will help you know which ratio you're going to use. Okay, so these questions usually come in paper 2. So you need to use a what? A calculator. Therefore, this calculator has got signs or buttons. You need to know how to use this sign. All together. Thank you. Okay, so this is our second example, or this is example 2. So in the first example, we are finding the what? The sides of a right angled triangle. Now in the second example, we are finding the what? The missing angle. So in the missing angle, or finding the missing angle, we're going also to use the what? The ratios. So, okay, I say the missing sides, which we have done, and also now we're looking at what? Missing angles. So how do we now find the missing angle? A missing angle has been indicated by what? Theta in this right angled triangle. Okay, so this shape has got sides which are 3 sides. So I said where this right angle is facing, it is our what? Hypotenuse. And then the acute angle which has been asked or given, where it's facing is our opposite. So in this case, we have been given the opposite side and then the what? Adjacent side. And for us to find the theta, we're going to use which sign? Tan. Yes. Wow, I love it. So we're going to use the tan. So that is our, okay, tan theta. What is the ratio for tan?
Tan theta opposite.
It's opposite over
adjacent.
Okay. Opposite over adjacent. So we substitute in the formula. Do we have tan?
No.
Do we have tan theta?
No. Yes.
We don't have fine.
Yes.
Tan theta is just 15.
Yes.
It's the one we're finding. Good. Yeah. And then our opposite?
5.
It's 5. Fine. That voice is 5. Okay, it's 5. And then our adjacent? 8. Good. Okay. So now, looking at the question, we're finding the angle. So how do we find the angle? So we're finding the theta. So we make theta the subject of the formula. So we say theta equals to what?
Tan inverse.
Tan inverse. Right. So this -1, which is the power -1, it's time for what? Inverse. So don't put an equal sign, instead just write it like that. So we're finding the what? Tan inverse of this number. Are we together? So now you need to know how to use a calculator. Okay, so on your calculator, who's having my calculator? Okay, innocent. Let's go. You go on first shift. If you write shift, you click shift, you bring the S down on top, right? Yes. And then you click it, tan, it will bring this inverse, and then that's number.
32 degrees.
30 what?
32 degrees.
32 degrees. You have clicked that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it will give you, if you have done it correctly, it will give you 32 degrees. So this angle, don't forget to put a what? A degree. There is noise there. Behind Ramush. Okay, 32 what? Degrees. It's not Celsius, it's degrees because they are what? Angles. Okay, let's go to B. And do we have anyone who is behind? Now to find the angle, do we have found the 32? We are set to move on.
Yes.
Very good. Let's go to B. Now this B looks like a fish. I don't know. Right? Like some of you have drawn it. You are poorly drawing like me. No, that one better. Okay, I don't expect you to have tried drawing. Okay, so I've got how many triangles here? There are 2. Right? If you look at it very well, there are 2 triangles. So it seems going to be very clear. But there are 2. Okay? I have even to appreciate me. I've tried. Okay, there are 2. So we have got these triangles, which is A, B, and D. And then we've got B, D, C. So we have been asked to find this angle. How do you get it? Yes. We've been asked to find this angle. So how do we find this angle? For us to find that angle, do you have anyone who can help us? Kaya?
Looking at the Congress similarity.
Yeah?
Similarities.
Similarities.
Yes, whereby so meaning 8.
No, you have convinced yourself. Okay. So here now. That's the reason why we have been given. Okay, you have talked of similarities. Now this one, it requires. Okay, let's first look at what we can use. We have got it. We have just been given one side. So the other secret that you need to know is for you to find an angle which has been asked, you need to have how many sides? Two given sides. Now in this case, when you look at this triangle, because the side we are finding for the angle we are finding is for BTC. For BTC, we have just been given what? One side. So we need another side. So we need to find this side. And we need first to find this side. And then now we find this angle. I hope it's clear there. Yes. Are we together behind? Yes, sir. Behind. That's good. Okay, so now how do we find this side? We're going to use this triangle. So which sign are we going to use, or which ratio are we going to use? Okay, it is we've got it. So we are finding x and s, therefore that x. So we've got it, opposite and hypotenuse side. So opposite and hypotenuse, which side? Side 9. I don't see anywhere. Okay, it will be whatever sin or sine point. Because opposite, hypotenuse. Let's substitute sine and sin. Sine 20 what? 29. Because opposite x, the side we're finding, over hypotenuse, which is 8. Very good. So the other point that you need to know is, if the hypotenuse is like this number, so these sides which are missing, is, for example, the x and this one, shouldn't be more than 8. Fine. Because the hypotenuse is the longest side on the right angle triangle. So we've got this side. So we can find what is this sine 90, or if you want, you can say over 1, x multiplied by 1 is x equals to 8 multiplied by sine 29. I've seen someone say mentioned it. Okay, so let's punch on the calculator. 8 multiplied by sine 29.
70.
What are you having?
78.
78. 8 multiplied by sine. Yes, there are a lot. Okay, so after you punch, it's giving what? 38.4. So, okay, let's avoid that. So that one is not our angle. Out here, that is the side line, which is x. So now we can use this one to find that one. Out together. So we have got now, we come back here. Instead of x now, we label it what? 38.4. Are we together again? Yes. Okay. What is that? 4. 38. When you patch on the calculator, what is it giving you? 0.48. Okay, so now we have found the what? The side. So we can use now this side to find the what? The angle there. Are we together there? Yes. And you look seem to be surprised. Okay, we're going to use side to find the angle there. So now how do which ratio are we going to use to find that angle? So
Sine.
we have got hypotenuse sine.
Yes.
And opposite, right? And then we're going to use the sine, right? Okay, so it means why not go? Okay, so this is the so it will be sine theta equals to opposite over hypotenuse. Hypotenuse sine, no, opposite over just it's hypotenuse here. Okay, so now it will be sine what? Theta is what we are looking for. Because to opposite, we have 38.4. 38. 0.4 over hypotenuse is what?
75.
75. Are we together? Good. Okay, so now let's do the same. This is over 1, right? We cross multiplication to be 75 sine what? Sine theta equals to what? Oh, no.
We are supposed to be
We're finding the angle, right? Yes, sorry. We're finding the angle on the side. So now it will be what? Theta equals to what? Sine inverse. Very good. Sine inverse of what? 38.4 over 75, right? Let's punch it on the calculator. We find the angle Q.
31.
Different answers. 30, 31, which one is which?
Not good idea. 31.
31.
30.8.
Without the 7.
So you have rounded off?
Yes.
Okay, so we're finding 13.
30.
31.
It was just the 8.
Okay, so 31, is that our final answer?
Yes.
Yes.
If you line it.
If you
If behind.
Yes.
Okay. So our angle here is what? Our theta or our Q is 31 degrees. Are we together? Anyone who is not clear on this one? If you are not clear, please let me see you. Okay, I believe and trust that you are all clear. So what is remaining is now to answer my exercise, right?